from your adventures?
Back from something.
The one and only Skinny
Alright, I'm almost done setting up everything. Let's get started. Mage is actually not a good matchup for us. We have to have like an insane curve. The Eagle Horn's a good start though. Direbolt's not actually that good in this matchup, but we'll keep it because it's on curve and we're on the fly. As soon as deck tracker is done, like I can actually sneak around it and play that. Deck tracker's like taking over like half of my screen right now, trying to load in. Kind of okay with this guy. It's good face. We're likely just gonna Eagle Horn this no matter what, so might as well sink in a lot of damage here from the mana worm. We do kill the mana worm here. It's very difficult for him to find the mana to get at a ping.
We have many secrets.
I don't have any of the stats tracked for this deck, by the way, so what you get in terms of like how I've actually performed with the deck. We expected something like that. We'll trade in case he has Fireball. I don't want to kill it very easily. Now we should be somewhat in the driver's seat for the rest of the game.
The future is ours.
one and only Skinny
You gotta try and kill it.
to my side.
Fuck me. What's up, Mr. Green? I know you love Pallet. I know you love Pallet, and I have something I made for you to check her out. I'll check it out, man. this match so hard. Get him out of here.
We have many secrets.
Stop you.
Do you know the way?
I'd like something to survive that I can beat his head with.
I'll never tell.
Probably should have played this in the center to play around Meteor. Let's see. Auto Defense Matrix, Divine Shield thing, Blessing of Might. I don't know how I feel about this one Blessing of Might. Typically, if you run that card, you run two of it. But I'll keep looking through it. That's really good. I might just play that right now. He's getting counterspelled. It will make this guy bigger. Yeah, it's fine, right? Oh, did it make him bigger? I thought it made it bigger. Might not have played it if it didn't make him bigger. The health gain is the important thing from playing Rexar here. Now let's check out the rest of the list, man. Righteous Protector, Desperate Stand, Hydrologist, Sunfear Protector. I don't know if it needs two. I see you're trying to like have ways to activate the eggs, but I think two Sunfear Defender is too much because you already have Fungomancer. You have Blessing of Might. You have Defender of Argus. Oh, I already said that. I don't know. Fungomancer, Defender of Argus, and like, if you add another Blessing of Might, that would be enough to activate the eggs. And there's another good card that I can't think of right now that you can use in decks well. Sun Fury's too defensive. That's like what you use for like Giants and stuff like that. And, Twilight Drakes. It's not what you use for this aggro decks. That hasn't been used in an aggro strategy since like classic WoW, or sorry, classic Hearthstone, where Zoo decks would play it. This guy's good. Just want to be cheap, right? Eat a spell, play it next turn. So this is like fine, but this is slightly better in my opinion. 5-6. I know we got to decide which one's better. This or this? It's got to be this, right? Spreads our threat base. This is more health. Not more health, more attack, sorry. I don't know if I attack with the weapon. I don't know when else we're hitting a creature, but this is our last weapon charge. Maybe he freezes us, that matters. Yeah, I'm not hitting creatures ever again. I'm fine hitting in the head. I don't want him to freeze me. I'll just upload the deck and just look at it manually. Oh shit, I didn't play around that. My bad, guys. Actually, I don't think I could have. I would have had to have some insane foresight to play around that. Damage. We don't have. Should be out of range. Maybe one Sun Fury. We need to be triggering those eggs and Scalamancers with Redemption. Yeah, but the Scalamancers summoned on either side, right? is it just like it's just both on the right side, right? As far as I understand. He found a freeze. That's what he needs right now, unfortunately. Damn. What did he find? This one sucks. This card's fucking powerful. Tough H is really bad for us because we just can't beat Alaneth, and we can't win weapon removal. It just debilitates our deck too much. We're an aggro deck, so he either beats us or we don't. We could potentially gain one more life if we chose Kakamaw, but I was looking for charge, which means I would have to take as cheap of a beast as possible, so that if I got a charge minion, I could charge and use Kill Command at the same time. Alright, let's see. Let us build the deck now. Let's get rid of a deck that I just don't want to play at all. I don't want to play Zoo at all. Okay. There just has to be a more efficient way to do it than Skello. It's like, it's too cute. It's not like aggressive enough. There has to be just a faster way to go about it. Everything else seems fine though. I don't know how I feel about this guy. I'd just rather run 2 Fungalmancers. It's like, this is just a better Scalamancer. If you want to run like this kind of card in the deck, this is just better, because it guarantees the value, whereas the other one it's just like, it's never going to die, unless you're running a quality Consecrate in your deck. If that's what you want to do. This is probably the best, actually. This guy. This guy. Pretty good. If you're gonna run something like that, you want something that's gonna guarantee that it happens. And you just like juice it up to where it has to be like addressed effectively. So you're running Blessing, that's good. It's not a ton I can change in the deck. Need Terrain for sure. You already run Divine Favor, you don't really need that secret. Maybe you just need it for diversity. I understand. It's probably fine. I for sure want a second Blessing in the deck, like, priority, though. This deck needs more 2-drops. I don't know what they are, though. Don't know what it is. Maybe Loot Hoarder? Loot Hoarder's better than Desperate Stand. It's like, you need something on the table. It's like your only turn 1-drop is this, and your only turn 2-drop is this. So like a lot of the time you're just playing secrets and pressing the hero button on turn 1 and 2. Like your mid game's fine. It's kind of greedy, but it's fine. It's like I don't really think you need Divine Favor given how like late your deck stretches in. But Divine Favor's a great card, so I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. This is like closer to where I would like take the direction. Now I would, from this spot specifically, I'd probably cut like Argus and like I'd move down the chain and I'd try and make it like a little bit faster. I don't know how. Maybe you just like cut like this stuff entirely and you like run like Kaliseth. Like run this guy. So you can magnetize this egg, make it attacking. It's also a decent body on turn 1. And then you need an alternate 3-drop, it looks like. Usually weapons are pretty good, but I don't really know if weapons fit the style of your deck. That's a great card for the 8/8 Skelemancer. That's a great card for the 8/8 Skelemancer it leaves behind. What, to resummon like the 8/8? Yeah, I mean like you'd resummon this guy as well. They're never gonna kill the Skelemancer. It's just never gonna happen. The only way, like, if you're like hell bent on running Skelemancer, you should be running Spike Ridge Steed. If you're hell bent on doing that. You probably do if like a Gluttonous is. Something like this. It's like closer to what I'd run. And even still, it kind of looks like it still needs Chain Gang and some other stuff to like stretch it later into the game. Since it's like a control-like deck. But this is like the base. If it's a mid-range deck, this is the base of what I would do. Your deck wasn't far for what I would do. It's just the Skelemancer. You need to run Spike Ridge Steed if you're like really trying to run the Skelemancer combo. Because that does work. And it makes it a 4-attack minion. So that Priest can't deal with it. But Priest isn't really in the meta anymore. So I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, you run Skelemancer, then turn 6, you drop down Spike Ridge Steed on top of it. And then like they have to kill it if they want to progress. My idea is that this doesn't have like the must die on your opponent's turn text line to make work of it. This deck probably needs like more like what's it called, Fuse Max. Max. It probably needs like Zilliax. Like that's like a flex card. It probably needs this. I don't know. It's I would have to play around with it a lot, and right now I'm at like too high of a rank to just like play around. I'm not. I considered the mech you have in there. Okay, that is the mech that I have in here is bad. Then I would consider running this guy instead. This is more consistently going to do what you want it to do. You have a decent amount of 5-drops. Zilliax is a good card by itself. Maybe you run this guy. I don't know. There's so many different ways you can take that deck. The concept's cool, but I just have no idea where to like go with it. Because you don't like after you like construct like the base of the deck, you also got to like consider like what am I beating in the meta with this deck, right? You have to like go through each matchup and be like, for each turn, like how does this affect each turn against this kind of strategy, you know? Whenever you're like choosing like really difficult like themes for your decks beyond the actual just overarching like Death Rattle Egg theme with the secret stuff holding together. The only thing I'm certain that has to happen in that deck is that you have to run Caliseth in it. Because there just aren't enough good 2-drops to warrant you running it unless you're running a Ring the Bells type variant. Even that seems good. I'm decent. It's decent even how it is. Yeah, it's fine. It's just I don't know like how to make it to work and be like competitive, you know.
Let the hunt begin.
Full hand's fine. That's what I needed to do. The only thing questionable is this card. It's like when do I play it? Whatever. Yep, turns on curse. No, not. It's Zoo. Hello, Zoo. We're gonna slam our head into Aggro Hunter until we're legend, by the way. And then I'm gonna play nonsense. Alright, we're gonna push the Dynamo out here. This will likely never be relevant, but The buff on the Secret Keeper was relevant enough to keep the secret. Tapping for him is bad. Every turn I get extra is just gonna push him even further behind. I think we're favored in this matchup. I can't remember. It's been a while since I fought a zoo.
In the light's name.
I don't want to preserve this guy. I want to preserve the beasts for Houndmaster and the kill command. So this and kill command is the next play. He'll probably play how long can this go on next turn. It's unfortunate because I don't know if I can beat a Keliseth version. Oh wait, I can because kill command thingy. Alright, looks like it's not that. Looks like it's going to be a happy little turn.
It's playtime.
Stop copying me! Stop copying me!
I'll never tell.
We have to trade here. We have to trade here. I guess he doesn't have. What, he attack phase? Cool with that. Odd Warrior is so much better against Hunter. Yeah, I haven't seen Odd Warrior in a while either. I think that the Druids are pushing them out. It's not a bad deck. It's just, it's probably still just a good deck. It's just not my preference. Gonna kill command that. We're not gonna attack into this guy. Oh, that's really good. Maybe we do now. Oh no, we can't kill command it. That sucks, dick. Make him bigger. We trade. Ah, damn. Okay, so now if he trades into our 3-1, it sets up for a Rexar turn. Keliseth is such a bastard-ass card, dude. Hopefully he doesn't have another fungal enchanter. I don't need him to heal here. I need him to dribble out another doubling imp without the Keliseth buff. And some other weak creatures that I can use with this. Even if he heals the imp, we still want to kill face. Well, look, it's easy to deal with. You can pull off value from Rexar. No, I would have kill commanded down to 1, but then he's much more enticed to trade into my guy. It still dies to, like, since the explosive trap like trips on it. It's going to die to the Rexar anyway, so I forgot about this card. Probably should have traded it because we've got this an option for him. Build first. Divine Shield or something. Stealth might be good. I think +1/+1 is the best. Spores is dumb. Kinda wanna give it Stealth, dog. Almost to the point where we just kill him with just another kill command off the top. He's tapping. Like, what the fuck? Oh, he has blocker. Could lose. We need to get some kind of crazy B stuff, I think. Shaw. So Shaw lets us do this, this, and this. I hate that play. I'll do the Dire Mole if I have to. No, I have to do it all, or else I just die. So can I kill him this turn? Is that even possible? I don't think so, right? Damn it. I think you're dead. It's the most realistic line. It's just a Doomguard and friends kills me here. Get the laptop a little closer. Only crappy part is it. What's that, Soulfire? Only crappy part is it only recurs mana. Recurs. God, why did I take Yeah. It's less that Rexard doesn't just close out the game. Them killing them, like I would actually argue that Rexard is not what you want against Zoo. Because then it forces you to play a fatigue match with them. And you don't really want to play a fatigue match with Zoo. You want to kill them because they're killing themselves with their hero power, right? Like, you want to use the fact that they're using a hero power every turn against them, right? Or keep this whole hand. In my opinion. Because the more like, offensive tools you have, the easier it is for you to close the game out before their draw power means something. And in that game, their draw power actually meant something. But it's also the fact that they had, what's it called? They had fucking Caliseth. You should be very afraid to attack, like, basically anything now. I hate playing this. I want to search. This. I can't imagine him just going face with this Razor guy. He should spend his turn, like, weaponing this down and maybe playing a Dire Mole. He's playing the same deck as us, so that's what should happen. We'll see, though. secret. I'd assume it's a secret. I don't know what else he's pointing to. This is really good to have early against Hunter. This will drive the game. Is it ever this? Like this and this? Could deal potentially 12 plus another 4 if we got Leok or Huffer. We won. Let's see what's in the box first. Freezing.
To my side. Quickly.
I really want it to be explosive. So he sends these in here. This. Alright? So this is irrelevant. This is the play.
To my side.
If he attacks into this, he's a bad player. Okay, that's fine, actually. I assumed he was gonna deal with this. It's not under freezing. It's like snake trap or something, which is fine. So what happens? This goes here, he goes face. So everything's dead, right? This here, face. So maybe he goes face here. He can't go face there, he'll die. Whatever this is, it's a defensive secret against creatures. I want to save this for kill command, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore, huh? I guess this is slightly more important. Maybe. I don't know how it actually matters. What's this? Pre-test? Interesting. There's no difference between these two except this costs more money. That's fine. What's up, Leo? I mean, like, there's like no way you can win now, right? Maybe he runs like Rush Lifesteal, so we just pass. Once he plays Rexar, does that matter? Oh shit. If he plays Rexar, I lose. Alright, so this card is returned by Freezing Trap or something. Fuck it, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. We lose, we lose. We can't not lose our hero power. Show me what I get first. Just watched my friend play Zoo on ladder. He lost 13 games in a row and dropped from 32 to 500-ish. Yeah, because Zoo sucks. Anybody that brings that to the fucking HCT playoffs is a moron. Not exactly. They probably just don't know how bad it is. Zoo's a terrible deck. You have no control over what the fuck happens. You either draw Keloseth or get the cards you need against the match you need them in, or you just fucking implode because you have no control over what the hell's going on. At least with Hunter, you can, like, somewhat control what's going on. There's some, like, intricacy in how you approach your opponent. There's some stuff that touches your opponent's stuff, you know? There's secrets, you gotta, like, outsmart them. You gotta, like, outplay them in that regard, tempo-wise and all that other stuff. In Zoo, it's just slop all your shit on the table and hope they don't have spreading plays, you know? It's an idiot deck. Don't play that nonsense. This is what actually win games. Pretty good hand. I'm gonna coin into the Bear Shark, though. So much better to buff this. Hopefully he doesn't have Dustbreaker. I don't know what priests are nowadays. Every time I see one, I just don't know. What's that mean? I guess I kill it. Maybe a Spirit Lash. I don't know what you'd look for. There's no better 2-drop than this, so we're gonna play this. Do an Inferior attack or something. Probably Shield might be relevant. But +1/+1 is just as relevant against a deck like his. Search for some secrets to play. Shaw or Spellstone. So, like, what it really comes down to is 2 waves of 6 wolves good, or is like 1 wave of 4 wolves the better choice? And I think the wave of 4 wolves is the better choice, right? Not to mention a lot of his deck probably doesn't want to see Freezing Trap.
Is someone injured?
If he buffs it, I might not fucking kill it. What else can he do? He's another Spirit Lash combo. He deserves to get us. I don't know what to say. I gotta kill him. I don't want to sink 5 damage to a Northshire. Just because he buffed it. He has another combo? Okay. don't even know if we're getting punished. Like, what's the likelihood that this happens again, you know? Well, this has got to be. That's, like, actually important. He can't circle of healing again. He's used 3 spirit lashes. What other thing do you have? Okay, he's just playing dudes. I was gonna be so flabbergasted. 3, 6, 9, 12, 17, 19. It's like not enough to commit this, right? I'm not trading to tell you this stuff, right? I guess this is fine. Can't kill it. We draw a beast, we can just kill him. Like we draw a mole or cackling. We can search for a mole too. Let's see, he has his last spirit lash. He needs to draw off this food order, which is why he's sending the cleric. He's trying to find Spirit Lash. Or Scream. Search for mole. Go for Hoffer. Don't want to play this because of what this is. What do we even see? I can never take the other two. Sound of that. Sounds like a Spirit Lash thing.
Let the pain speak to me.
I think we got lethal. Oh my god. Whew. That scared me. Alright, yeah. Alright, back on the climb. Fought a priest with a pretty ideal play out. I wasn't expecting to have to play around all that. If I would have known he had half of that stuff, I probably would have played around more of it, but we took a calculated risk saying that he didn't have the other part of his combo. But what even is that deck? Is that like a Raza Priest type burst you down deck or what? I'm so bad at fighting druids, by the way.
I must protect the wild. Let the
They just
begin.
roll on you, dude. These are like pretty good, right? Like, if we have a secret, this hand's baller. I'll keep the whole thing. Even if we don't hit the secret, it's still gonna be fine though. They always have it. Oh man. This is one thing I never figured out. I never figured out whether or not playing this right now, it has to do more damage than buffing this, right? It has to. The biggest issue is that this sets us up for spreading play. Oh, what the fuck, man? If he has the whole combo, I can't beat him. It's just insane, man. If he has like Nourish and then Arcane Anomaly stuff nonsense, then what can you do? Oh, he probably has Nourish. He still has 2 cards that he's kept, which is actually fucking insane. I don't know what to do. I think we buff this guy. This is weak to MC Tech, I know, but we're just gonna have to hope that he doesn't have it. I know that this is also weak to Spreading Plague, but there's not much I can do about it. Alright, likelihood of him having another swipe is low, right? He swiped Houndmaster. He could have Prim Drake. Most likely, though, he's going to have that thing that summons the dragon at the end of his turn. So, that means weapon, for sure. Maybe not. Maybe it's this. Let's go with this. B. Drake says we're sucking dick, I guess. I usually think it's this, though. Because if he plays a dragon, we want as many bodies on the table as possible. Like, if he has a Prim Drake that he just plays muscles from hand, we're able to deal with that, right? It's, like, realistic. But if he plays the dragon, there's, like, no way we win. Now, he cannot find swipe here, which is what he's looking for. I think we're good. He hasn't just insta-snapped it out on his fledgling. Big Priest, maybe APM Priest. Yeah, that was APM Priest. Gain in life. Schools me, dog. Fury. I feel like it's off. Mainly because this dodges Ultimate Infestation. He infestates the fledgling instead. Well, if it had the 1/1 health instead of the +3 health. I don't know how he stops this. Swipe. What's this for? You press this. I guess it's just that you know per game health. He was dead then, right?
I concede.
What if you draw a secret against Druid and draw a minion against aggro with this deck? You're saying because I cut 2 secrets and the 5 mana 4/4 that my matchups against aggro are gonna get worse? No, I think they're the exact same. Playing a 5 mana 4/4 has not been that great in a lot of matchups. The only things I can think of it being good against is like Warrior, because you just want to get to Rexar. But no, Leah, I think tracking. But no, you want to have some kind of pressure. Like if I just draw nothing but secrets against Druid, and which is a great deal of the meta right now, I just lose. And it's not like Fletchling's like bad. I know the matchups.
Quickly.
It has to be Shaw. I don't know how we ever take a 1-drop over this creature. 1-drop's not going to do the damage we need him to do. Because we just have a play that says play minions, right? I never play this. Is 2 damage better or is searching better? I think 2 damage is better. And the problem with Spell Hunter is that you have to usually fatigue your opponent. Which is not what I'm in the end. So because we have Houndmaster, Bear Shark is better. But if there was no Houndmaster, Fletchling's better. Because he can't touch the Bear Shark. And giving it taunt is like insane. Now granted, Spell Hunter can pressure your opponents. It is possible, it's just not a very common trait of the deck. I just can't see why killing this is important. At worst, he trades it in and then he plagues. I'm hitting him in the head.
Walking all night.
Show me why I'm wrong.
Sitting on the sofa. You wanna be set free. Voices in the sound of the cracks are singing to me. You wanna be set free. If you come back looking for me, keep your eyes off the ground. Let me here to take off for a drive. If you come back looking for me, if you come back looking for me, if you come back looking for me,
It's gotta be this. Do we even play around swipe anymore? I don't think we do. Turn this phone down a little bit, it's kinda loud. What is this? And if that's like to like the HCT thing, I'm not ready to shoot this guy. That's like to the HCT deck list. You also got to consider that they're targeting stuff as well. I'm just trying to survive out here in my video. There's like no way this is helpful, right? I'm gonna send this face. Like, if their lineup says that they need to be able to beat Odd Warriors, then they'll have at it. But, like, how does the 5-mana 4/4 ever help against Quest Rogue? How does the 5-mana 4/4 ever help against Odd Rogue? Maybe if you're in a fatigue-like situation, maybe it's okay there? Okay, maybe it's okay against Odd Rogue. Zoo, it's too slow. Against Druid, it thins your deck, sure, but, like... Alright, what am I looking at? Yeah, I see a lot of druids. Druid. Hunter. I don't understand what I'm looking at here. Oh, it's saying what lineup has the best win rate. So, a Mali Druid list, Quest Rogue, Shudderwalk. Wow. I don't know if that's what this is saying. I'm pretty sure that's what this is saying. The 5-mana 4/4 is decent against Evenlock. But you probably just win that matchup by just being more aggressive than your opponent then, right? Rather than, like, fatiguing them. Rexor can fatigue the Evenlock for sure, but that's hard. You gotta, like, not have to see a giant at all. You can see, like, Twilight Drakes probably. But if you see a giant, you're probably losing.
I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
It's likelihood that we see a beast. How many beasts are in our deck that are before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty fucking high. 3 draws to do it. Howmash is just so damn good in this matchup. But if he clears the beast, I'm stuck. I'm gonna mulligan it. Thank God. His hand's pretty shitty. I don't know if I'll be able to whip it in against this guy. He didn't keep any cards though, so that's a good thing. People don't have the balls to bring Tempo Mage. I think Tempo Mage is a good deck, to be completely honest. I don't know why people aren't bringing it.
I'll never tell.
Maybe because it just doesn't have the data supporting it on HCC.
Spectacular.
It's not like I have a secret to back these things up. Yeah, Wild Rose. It's pretty good. Why is that, Leo? Is there like a reason that the pros chose this, or are they just like putting it in the spreadsheet and seeing that it doesn't beat what they needed to beat? I don't see that many Temple Mages. Actually, I see a decent amount. Like maybe 1 in every 7 matchups. That's like pretty. What am I to do? I don't think it's reasonable to use a weapon here. Killed my stuff with branching pass, so be it. Surprised to see fledgling, my guy. You mean you're gonna have to do something other than just sit on your hands? He plays Valfurion, we just death touch it. The same situation, except for this. I really want this guy to stick around. Get out of here, cat. But I feel that that could beat anything if you could draw Mana Worm. Yeah, it's always been the case with Temple Mage, even when Temple Mage has been quote-unquote unplayable. Houndmaster, right? Alright, our interest is just protecting this thing to the bitter end. It's hidden first. coin into infestation. It's unlikely of another story. Let's go with health. No stealth. We kill our death touch guy, that sucks. Some more spreadings, I don't know how he deals with this. Annoying. Alright, can we see a Rexar or a Mossy Whore? Either or. I don't know what he's thinking about. Getting coin into that matters. Giving stuff attack. Maybe he's thinking about coining out that guy that gives your taunt creatures plus attack. Or health, rather. Mossy Whore still beats this though. I don't know how much this changes the map, to be honest. But, sure this. This too. For sure it's going here though, right? This is for sure going here. So like, if he trades here, you can melee this. That's not that bad for me though. Okay, just trades, yeah. So it's just like we have no choice. It's just here. He trades and melees. I don't know what else he can do this turn. He draws cards with Nourish or something. Maybe finds Swipe makes my life miserable. Other than that. What's this deck's worst matchup? Odd Paladin? Odd Paladin is one of this deck's best matchups. They're not very good at dealing with Secret Keepers and Secrets. What is changing that? What is happening? What does this change? Why did he need to do that? Look at his hand clear for Infest? I don't know. Worst matchup is by far is Tempo Mage. I don't think I've beaten a single Tempo Mage. It's funny because Hunter used to be the counter to Tempo Mage. Oh, it's any moss. Next to that would probably be like some kind of druid, like a really defensive druid. Other than that, I think I'm fine against everything else. Maybe Odd Warrior. I haven't fought Odd Warrior though, so I don't know how exactly that even goes. I don't think we play Rexar. See how I feel after I shoot him. Yeah, I feel like keeping my shooty shoot hero power. Even Shaman. Yeah, it's pretty good against me. I don't fight it a lot though. Get this. Probably should have true first. Could have found a bridge and pass that keeps him alive for another time, but I want nothing alone. He's just dead.
I can see.
Yeah, I've beaten every Odd Paladin I fought so far, but that may just be like skews and data. You would think it beats me, but I have Dire Moles, and like I said, the secrets are really hard for them to play around. And if I ever just drop a Mossy Whore on like any of their turns, they just can't recover because it's 7 health that they have to clear before they can meaningfully start attacking you again. The only times that an Odd Paladin I think would beat me is if they had like Argent Squire and like hit it with a Blessing of Might, and then like they tucked it behind. I don't want to fight that guy again. And they tucked it behind a taunt creature or something. I'm gonna be building some decks once I hit Legend, assuming I hit Legend from here. We're on Final Boss, so I'm gonna start doing some house cleaning. I do want to see if that deck will work again. Alright, so this is just the worst version of the deck I'm playing now. Essentially, I hate Death Rattle Hunter, get it out of here. Keeping my Shaman decks. Aggro Druid may work. I may keep this here just as a shell for me to make the next version of it. I think Aggro Druid's pretty good. I'm gonna work on that again. What the fuck is this? Oh, I know what I wanted to do with this. I didn't craft the cards yet whenever I made this. This is a heal shaman. I was like playing around with the idea with. Looks pretty bad. I'm gonna look at it again later on. Delete one more deck. One more deck. I guess this thing. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nylone? How many years did you serve and how did you get out? Thinking about joining. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have the, oh. Well, rip. Sure, I can talk to you about the military. Which branch are you planning on joining, man? It's too personal. No, man. It's totally fine. I'm better with, like, specific, like, questions. Like, are you more concerned about, like, the living environment? Are you more concerned about, like, what you'd be doing on a day-to-day basis? I better out of, like, I better have lost this star because of that. I'm gonna go piss, and then we can talk about you joining the good old military chap. Alright. That's what I was saying. I don't know yet. I'm very early. How long is it usually? Or is that different too? How long is what usually? Or like being in the army? The only thing I can say about is the army and some of the Air Force stuff. And some of like the Marine stuff. But mostly army and Air Force. Because I have buddies in the Air Force. Day-to-day life is like essentially like going to college is like the easiest way I could explain it.
Let the hunt begin.
Like if you like are familiar with like college campuses, like it's like the military is very self-sufficient and like the area that you live in is like you never have to leave like the base, so to speak, in order to get like supplies or whatever, right? Fledgling probably isn't a keep here. But it's a consistent 3-drop. We need to be like on the move against this guy. The biggest thing you gotta like get out of your head, and like a lot of people have it in their head too, is that like you're not in boot camp for the whole time that you're in the military. You're like after the first 2 months of being in boot camp, you go to a actual duty station where you can like leave like on the weekends and stuff like that, you know? And you report to work like at 5:30 in the morning, and then like you leave at 4 o'clock, you know, at PM. You know? How much do we care if he pings his own guy? Oh, he just hits this. I guess he gotta melee it then. I doubt he didn't save us here, but we'll see. I heard it requires you to do a few years. Yeah, it's a minimum of 3.5 years, which is what I did. That's what I'm thinking. It's like getting Huffer here sucks. It has to be Houndmaster. It's just, this attack's really awkward. I don't want to burn my weapon to get through this, but I think I have to. Maybe we just bump it over the course of 2 turns. There's no way he runs like Frostbolt. I think we're good. We'll just bump this in next turn and save this guy's health. I don't fight this many control mages. I don't really know how to play against them with this kind of deck. We should be fine though, as long as he doesn't have Jaina. But he kept a card right here, so that could be Jaina. He'd probably keep Jaina. I never seen a matchup, if I had to guess. Oh, fucking souls. We just top deck that, you motherfucker. He's gonna go for the sludge, right? Hope that it just won't go in. Just like throw this into it. He has to not have Dragon Fire thingy this turn. Even if he does, we just follow up with these two, which is pretty good. I think it's this. Oh, I should have made him on target. No, the health's probably more important. Yeah, I'm very bad at like explaining military. It's part of the reason why I like never talk about the military when I'm streaming. I'm just very bad at describing it. Like the easiest I can explain it. He kills the 4-2, right? Now. So we could do 5 damage this turn, 5 damage next turn. It's like not good enough, right? What if we played this? It's like good enough, right? Yeah, it's ignored shit. You get an extra creature here. Could matter. But I'll do my best. As for individual aspects of life, schoolwork wise, now, like, depends on like what your job is in the military. It can be schoolwork. It could be similar to schoolwork in a manner. I know that whenever I was in the military, I did like classes and stuff, as well as doing like the normal infantry stuff. That's good. I think it's this. It might be this, actually. It's gotta be the wolves, because then it forces him to flame strike or die. So if you're going in as an infantryman, which is what I was, damn it, how does he heal? How does he heal? I'll be a lot more relaxed to talk about it after I, kill command. Yes, boy! Alright, we in there. Alright. As an infantryman, you have to learn, like, basically everybody's job to some extent. Alright, hopefully we're not stuck at rank 1. Hello? Alright, now I'm pissed. What the fuck, man? It must be because that, like, game, like, glitched out on us. Whatever, we'll just win another one. As an infantryman, you have to, like, learn, like, everybody else's job to an extent so you can operate on your own in case that job's not available. So I know how to do, like, basic medical, treatment and stuff like that. I know how to do... Okay, here we go. We're gonna keep Mossy Horror. You have to know how to operate the radio. You'd have to know how to do, well, in my case, I had to learn how to use this thing called a seek. It's like basically forensics, for lack of a better term. It lets you basically fingerprint people overseas and track whether or not their prints have been on like tape or any other parts of the bomb that have been used on like our troops over there. And you could get like swabs out of their mouth and put it into baggies and send that to be evaluated as well to see whether or not they come up in the system.
Greetings, traveler.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff. I've done like, my favorite weapon is the machine gun, which is the saw. Hopefully this is decent creature.
We have many secrets.
Yeah, that was decent creature too.
Your peace.
Maybe he doesn't touch this. He will for sure touch it if it's a Misha. So then it's this. I've also called in airstrikes, not like airstrikes like overseas, but like in training. There's no reason for me to call airstrikes overseas because there's other people that obviously do that or whatever else. And the Air Force kind of like operate with or without you. This is going to be pretty bad for us actually. Yeah, with like helicopters and stuff like that. The weird thing about calling in like airstrikes is that I'm gonna trade these two in. I expected this. Is that one thing you don't think about? Like in movies, they always sync the sound to the explosions, to like the visual like effect of the explosions, to the actual sound. And like there's a huge delay for whenever you like actually see the explosions and the you actually see like the response or whatever else like that. Alright. We're trading here. Pretty damn sure. I'm playing this. I'm pretty damn sure. Hopefully he doesn't have another Fungalmancer. Ideally he plays a bunch of dudes.
The light dim.
And then I mossy horror him into the next dimension. It's your move, Yuki boy. I don't want to touch my creatures. I don't want to give it away that I'm about to mossy horror him. Are you considered a veteran? Yes, I'm considered a veteran. I even have it like on my ID, man. It says veteran. I use the veteran services and everything like that as well. Oh, well, he should get me. Well played.
Well played.
But yeah, Leo, as I was saying earlier, this is my most favorite matchup. Assuming he doesn't do some shady shit and fucking roll on me in the next few seconds. Still a pretty good play here, though. So I don't think he's gonna roll on me. You got a lot of shit to clear.
Reporting for duty.
Level up's pretty good. Let's go with this. Clear most of this, right?
I'll never tell.
My baby and I new silky sheets. He buys me flowers and whiskey neat.
I don't want him to attack my creatures. I want him to attack face so I can kill him. It's important that we play the explosive trap first so that it kills his guys so that the freezing trap doesn't interact with us. So the freezing trap will hit on something else ideally. It's also important that we have our creatures be as healthy as possible so that if he has a reversing spell, it's less effective. Still pretty good for fighting through a mossy war.
Well played. The battle is over.
I mean, I shouldn't even be fighting you. I should be legend, but whatever. Okay. Otherwise, I'd be playing some nonsense deck. Alright, so now I can actually focus on, like, telling you what it's like in the military now, man. Do you have to do long essays? No, I don't have to do long essays. Or is it based more on being physically somewhere? Yeah, you have to work out every morning. At 5 in the morning you wake up, essentially, and you, like, walk in the work. I imagine you'll be living, like, in the barracks, which is essentially the dorms. The easiest explanation. And you'll check in for accountability there. Let's play one of these decks. Play You're checking for accountability with your group. This is all from the infantryman's perspective. It's probably similar like any other job. In fact, I know it is pretty similar. But anyway, you check in, and then at 6:30, it's morning formations where all the platoons and all the companies come out in the morning, and they report whether or not their soldiers are missing or where they are, or like all that other kind of stuff. And then immediately after that, at 6:30, you guys do PT from 6:35 until 8 o'clock. And then from 8 until 9:30, you get time to shower and go get food or whatever else. And then you go to work, typically until around 11:30. And then you break from 11:30 to 1 o'clock to go get lunch. And then from 1 until usually 4 o'clock, you do the end of the day work that you have to do to basically get out of there, like in a frantic rush. And this guy's probably zero, so we'll leave this guy. And then at worst, you'll get out of work at like 6 o'clock. They have to release you at a meeting, like a reasonable amount of time, so you can get dinner. But that's the average day, without like any field operations or anything else like that. That's a little much to explain, like in one go. But the average day when you're not doing anything, that's what you'd be doing, essentially. Just going, like, that's the timeline of when you'd be going to work, whatever else. And yeah, I've been on tour as well. It, like, you're probably thinking of veteran in the sense that you had to have been like in the service for a very long time in some capacity. Doubling in. Definitely this. You could Fungalmancer, but I think we're just gonna take the risk. Makes slightly more sense. We need to rename the stream. Or maybe we just keep it the same. Fuck it. This has to be Fungalmancer, right? On these two. Kill these two. I don't really care if kills this Northshire at this point. We have Spiteful Summoner. Fuck, man, he's rolling on us. So can we safely assume that he doesn't have Fungalmancer? Can we try and find Serenite Changang Is that like the only thing I can find? Spellbreaker, maybe. In any case, we'll trade here. Yeah. Yes, Fungalmancer, then whatever. Okay.
Right away.
Can this go on? How long can this go on?
Suck my dick, Ghost Dragon. Ah, so many things. There's like no way we don't Mossy Horror, right? Alright, so this is going here. This is going face. This is going here, right? Mossy Horror.
Right away.
Can you apply to work at Area 51? Leah, what is wrong with you? No, you can't apply to work at Area 51. People that would only, people that would work at Area 51, not that there's anything secret that goes on there anymore. I mean, like, they have, like, a restricted area, of course, because it's, like, where people, like, that's where the military tests their aircraft, but they're not, like, alien aircraft. They're, like, the armor repairing type aircraft stuff, where, or, like, the, fuck, it's been so long since I had to, like, think about it. It's, like, a really common, like, common guy would know what it's called. Like, the fucking black, sleek stealth aircraft, I think it was called stealth bombers and stuff like that. Those are where those aircraft are located, and they're there because, or sorry, they keep it under secrecy so that, like, other governments can't see, like, how many of, like, this type of plane or this, that, or the other that we actually have, like, in total. You look like Russia. You would think Russia has all kinds of aliens based on how much they keep their military stuff under taps. America's pretty liberal, not liberal, but, like, pretty open about, like, what our military power looks like. Like where like major stuff is. Well, it's Quest Road, so we're gonna get Quest Road things, which are typically very slow and unplayable. Oh. Speaking of very slow and unplayable. Are you still a part of your collegiate team, or did you graduate? I'm still a part of the collegiate club. I still am part of, like, so the way it worked is, while we were practicing and training for the, let me back up. So our Hearthstone club has, like, a club Facebook chat that we don't even advertise, really. It's just a bunch of people that are, like, friends, and we talk and stuff like that outside of it. At least whenever I was going to college, we used it a lot. But eventually, we condensed that group down to the good players, so to speak. Not really that, like, we didn't want to talk to anybody else. It's just that we didn't want to just constantly be posting, like, deck lists and, like, analysis of, like, what we're going to run, what the other team's running, what they're fighting against and stuff like that. So we just made a different chat, which was the TESPA Playoffs Champs. We actually just named it TESPA Playoffs Champs before we even qualified for the finals, which is hilarious that it even worked out that way. But yeah, we did that. Probably not caring about that. And in that group of people, we basically were, like, it was only there for, like, analysis of, like, what we're going to bring and stuff like that. So now that, the reason I bring it up, because that is now the way that I just talk to the club. And the way that's like the exec board, right? Because the people that made it to California are now the ones just basically running the club. So I'm in there, and I, like, help out with, like, giving suggestions of, like, how to run future meetings and stuff like that, or, like, future things that they can do as a club to help promote the club, because the club does need promotion, even though it's like, at least this does. Might trade here. Trading here's okay. Play your own Vanish. But yeah, it's cool. Love being a part of the Hearthstone club. I only wish it was bigger. I wish the esports scene, like, at Penn State was bigger, because, it was a struggle just to even get our Hearthstone part of the, like, esports thing recognized as, like, a good, like, part of the club. Without doubt, with the amount of times that we do stuff in our club and actually succeed and place in tournaments and stuff like that, we are without a doubt the best division in the whole esports club out of, like, Dota, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Overwatch. Maybe not Overwatch. Overwatch does pretty good, too. But we probably are still better than Overwatch, even though Overwatch is still good. But yeah, it took a very long time just to earn their respect as, like, hey, we're out here, we're accomplishing stuff. You may not give us, like, funding or whatever else to accomplish what we want to do, but we still are out here representing Penn State. I guess it's time to play another novice, and he deserves to win. We're open, but we flex it. The U.S. Yeah, I just realized what you're talking about. Sorry, I kind of like go off on tangents, dog. But yeah, we are very open compared to Russia. I don't know anything about like secret stuff right now. That's sort of like trying to get out. I'm just a lowly infantryman. I don't know shit about shit. Odds are, even if you made it into a higher position, you would never find out about, like, the secret stuff that actually matters. One thing that I did learn throughout my studies, I love, like, talking about aliens and stuff like that, and, like, the universe and philosophy. One thing I did learn, and it is the best quote I've heard, it's from Stephen Hawking. It's one of the documentaries I watched. If the government is actually hiding the evidence of aliens, then they're doing a better job of hiding aliens than they've done at anything else in the history of the U.S. government. Which is true, because I don't know how the government stays afloat. You know? It's crazy. You ever watch, like, people actually go in Congress and, like, them actually debate? I don't know how stuff gets done. How the fuck could they ever, like, create something like that and, like, keep it under wraps? Has the government interacted with aliens? I don't fucking know. But is it likely? Not very. It's likely that they would have interacted with aliens, but it's very unlikely that they were able to conceal that from the American public for as long as they did. We need another dragon. We won the game to get another dragon. I know we're one off people. I don't want to mind control this. This is shitty as fuck. Guess this. Get a charge or something. Everybody dressed in all black suits in a tie. My funeral be lit if I ever go down or get caught or they identify. My bitch was the most solid, nothing to solidify. She would never cheat, you never see her with a different guy. Ever tell you different, then it's a lie. See, that's my down bitch. See, that's my soldier. Think about Vanish. If Vanish is my stuff, I would be able to play Oak Heart and just like develop a huge field immediately. I'm gonna Vanish right now, do Oak Heart, and get a bunch of goons out of our deck.
I hope you like my invention.
Oh, they're all buffed! I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess this is fine. This is probably better. I didn't know they were buffed. I just don't want to get frozen, right? Like, that's like a concern right now. It's a good thing we have the Lyra, though. It's really dank. Maybe it's a global thing for aliens. Global leaders coordinate to hide it. I mean, like, who are... Oh, and the music makes it hard to hear you? Oh, my bad. Let me move this closer. Is that any better? I don't want... I think the music's at, like, decent volume for me. but I think this might make it like significantly better in terms of like hearing me. If not, let me know and I'll change it. Alright, we're gonna go Valero soon so that we can play Dustbreakers. Sorry for the Rick and Morty there. But like, who do you like contact? You think that Trump's good at like? You think someone like Trump's gonna be good at hiding aliens' existence from the rest of the world? Like, it can't be presidents. Like, who are world leaders? Who is world leaders? You know, who is that? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Trump hater. I love that man. What a great guy.
You cannot escape the shadow of death.
Yes, it's better, I'd say. Yeah, one thing I always forget is that, like, even though this mic is here and it picks up like a lot more volume, like I forget that I have to have it like near me to like really get the maximum effect out of it. I want to deck build, but only slightly. I don't want to like break my back deck building. So like, what deck should we test out? I don't want to start from scratch. Does that make sense? I don't want to do that. I want to actually have fun. I can't imagine playing two of these is ever bad. Is this not a 3-3? Oh, that's fucking lame as shit. That's so lame. Why is it not 3-3? I don't want to do that. Oh wait, no, I can't even attack him.
The one and only Skinny
probably people who have vested interest in stopping the beliefs in aliens' existence. Why would aliens' existence? That's one thing I never understood. I think humanity is much better at handling aliens' existence than the government gives us credit for. I don't think any MIB stuff is going on, more or less. I think that's very unlikely.
Free me! Free me!
Well, I have no idea how we beat this man. We only get one more of those. Great Scott. What the fuck do I do? We could at least kill these guys so that we can't make them. God, so low. Spiteful Priest isn't good, man. It's not good. We can't play it anymore. I want to experiment with Aggro Paladin. I want to experiment with Aggro Shaman. I want to experiment with Aggro Druid. But I'm not really experimenting with those decks a great deal. Such a perfect specimen. Such a perfect specimen. Fuck you, I don't do this, KB, bitch. You're probably dead. This has to summon a taunt.
Put your faith in the light.
Still dead. The hell? Is that the donation sound? Leo, what are you doing, dog? Hold on. What does it say? I really appreciate it, man. Hold on. Buy some packs so that you can...
Buy some packs so you can craft flute.
Alright, Leo. You got it. How much of the donation do you want me to dump into it? All of it? I'm fine dumping all of it into it. Everybody give Planet Hunter some praise with some Pog Champs. And by everybody I mean Nylon. And if you're in YouTube chat, just speak up. Say something. That's really all that matters. Having an active chat's always good. Alright, so we're just dead, right? Maybe there's like something this does. Maybe there's something to the 4-9 with like lifesteal, 4-8 with lifesteal that destroys a random creature when it does. Or Yo card. It's your choice. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna craft flute. Like for sure. I'm gonna put 10 in right now, and if we don't get flute or enough dust to craft flute, I have right now, I have like 1,100 dust or something like that. 1,300. I'm gonna put 10 into it now, and we're gonna craft flute. But hopefully we just open them so we can get one of their legendary of your choice. Alright, here we go. 7 packs. I guess I should like black out my screen or something. 1 second, guys. Hopefully it's correct. I haven't had to do that in a while. Okay. Alright, we're good, boys. Pack opening stream, by the way. Do you have any quests we can do to get more packs? No. Alright. See what we get. Already on a good track. What is this? I've never even seen this card before. She's a friendly minion. Someone a 5/5 copy of it. The card's terrible. I mean, we got close to flute scores, or we got close to flute. It seems we can make some cool aggro decks too later on. Thank you, Leo, for this generous pack, or this generous donation. You like that I have the voice to speech stuff on the stream now too? I think that's hella cool. It's a really good pack. One thing I have to do, if anybody knows how to like, I'm trying to create like the mod, like symbols or whatever else for people. I for sure want to have a Baneling as like one of the pictures. I'm just going to steal a Baneling picture offline or something like that. But I need ideas for like what I can do for the rest of the stuff. And I also don't know like how to exactly create something good from scratch as well. Alright, we're going to craft flute. You gotta dust something. Not dusting through the scythe. I'll dust this, the non-gold one. I'm gonna give a shit up the non-gold one. Druid of the Scythe's one of my favorite cards. It's one of my favorite new cards, and it's one of my only liked Druid cards. You always go to Druid first when you want to dust something. We're probably done with Goop Slayer. Alright, we have enough for Flondipidus Poop. I think it's a Druid card, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, let's see. So, Leo, what deck are you wanting to craft with Flondipidus Poop? What deck? This is your deck. You donated for it, so whatever deck you'd like to see. I guess I could upgrade Token Druid to have Flawdipitous Poop in it. What did I put in for it? I think I put it. That's it. So that's now complete. I don't know. Man, you really wanted Flute, but we... You know, you're like a dog chasing cars, Leo. Alright, I don't want to play Token Druid. I actually don't like that deck at all. Even though it's one of the best decks in the game. But we can make a Flawdipitous Flute deck. You can try Spiteful Druid. Run the Flutester in it. Is Blood Knight like even good? Let me find a better list for Spiteful Druid. We can also play just Mally Druid. You guys want to play that? Like a Mally Togwaggle Druid or just a Mally Druid. I don't know. It's up to you guys though. I can definitely play something like that and be okay. It's a good legendary. Best legendary of the set. Yeah. It lets you recur your Malygos, which is like not supposed to be 4 mana. Alright. The win rates on these decks are marginal, to say the least. I'm just gonna copy this. Actually, my deck should be pretty close. This one's running Scythe. This is the deck we're running. It doesn't run Floop. Well, we're gonna run Floop in it. Oh, it's not running a lot of stuff. It's not running the giggling thingy. Oh, maybe it's not safe for Druid. I want to try and like run a deck that like. All right, what deck do you want to see then, Leo? Here, this is a Flawdipitous Poop deck. I'm missing Tending Torn. I guess I'll craft this. I gotta find something to dust real quick. Probably a Mage. I don't play Mage much anymore. Can't be petty pitchers anymore. We gotta craft the cards we need. Let's try this guy out. What? Oh, it's just in there. Yeah, let's give it a try. Hopefully it's somewhat decent. Even Shaman? Yeah, I'll play it after this round. I was almost get to the answer button. I don't like playing even Shaman, but I'll play it. Alright, great hand already. You can almost keep Malfurion, but we just want to be able to coin into a Spiteful Summoner. Hogomancer's good.
None will survive.
You only see the Odd Warriors at Legend. You never see them like pre-Legend. Dude, nothing beats some good old World of Warcraft music. Can we get some song requests? We haven't gotten song requests on this channel in a very long time. Each zone of World of Warcraft is like, the music just speaks to you.
Chill out. Chill out.
God damn it! I don't want to touch this. don't want to just curve this. Oh, it's a 4/4.
Chill out.
This is fine. I want to be able to coin into Fungomancer. Push some damage. Actually, it's gonna be coin Fungomancer. We don't have a Spiteful in hand. If I had a Spiteful in hand, I'd be much more inclined to, like, not using the coin. Let's execute. What? Alright, we don't want to overcommit into the brawl.
For the wild.
Cut some vines. Just getting him, man. Supercloud is such a damn good card. It's gotta be Brawl, right? Come on, Void Ripper. Do we even do anything else? We could probably just play this. Oh, it's gonna summon right here. Ah, mistake. Ah, mistake. Hopefully it's big enough for him not to be able to hit it. Alright, Tyranitus. Easy clap, boys. Easy clap. Tyranitus, here it comes. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna roll this, infestation right onto his stupid fucking face. You can't beat a man made of destiny. You're destined to win that game. Alright, even Shaman. You got it, bud. Leo just wants to see me succeed in the world. But I just hate so many of these meta decks. Maybe you keep playing this deck since you're so good at it. Maybe. Maybe I just, you know, roll on people. We'll try even. Let me see what's going on here first. I honestly have logged like maybe 15 games on even Shaman in my lifetime. I don't understand. Already. I don't understand like what I mulligan, like what matchups I want like this in and what matchups I want this in. I don't know why this just isn't 2 Primalfin Totems. Yeah, it's super weird. I think this is like a super weird one-off. I think this is a super weird one-off. Maybe it's fine because of the Corpse Taker, but like, I guess it's fine. Alright, let's give it a try. Worst case scenario, we just switch back to Spiteful Druid and just roll on people. Easy, boys. Easy clap. We got the ooze in case we're fighting Odd Rogue. Come on.
Thrall versus
Might keep it against Hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
The sap is so unfortunate to have kept it. We should just keep this whole hand, right? Be sure to keep the war hand.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
If things ever go uncontested, Flame Tongue's is gonna punish him. I think we're just gonna shoot him with the heal. What does he play? He coins out until like Bear Shark, Companion nonsense. Better here. The shot not we have it, which is unfortunate. I think it's I don't know. I'm fucking bad at this deck. Usually they do something on turn 1 that we just shoot, but this is fine. I'd rather have 2 bodies on the field that are actually real. Usually you play all your minions on the left of the totems, because the totems spawn on the right. But given what he can play, this is just better. Afraid he's gonna just coin and shoot my guy, so I think it's this.
Before the storm.
This is a really good one. We can get Rexar off of this. Yeah, we get Rexar off of that. Can you teach me how to place totem? It's just anticipation for what your opponent's gonna do. Literally it.
Put this apple on your head.
Take shelter.
Yeah, you can't, like, the best I can do is, for teaching, is that you want to have, this is what I was afraid of, this is why I didn't want to play it. You want to have your healthiest stuff on the left side, furthest on the outside of the board, whereas you want to have your weaker stuff on the mid-right, because you're always going to have totem, like, to press, the totem ability. We want one of these juggles to hit it, at least one. Why is it a 4-4? Why is it a 4-4? Oh, it's from the deck. I see. I thought it was just from his class. I didn't know it was from his deck. Depending on what he does, it's going to be great into this. We need to find a Hex soon, though, because we need to get rid of these nonsense Death Rattle stuff soon. So it's this thing then. This is worse against the Taunt Beast. This is fine against the Taunt Beast. I don't know exactly how big it is. I'm not going to count all that nonsense out, but this plus these two should be enough to beat it. And Alone, thanks for subbing, man. Oh yeah, I gotta name one of these decks after you, Leo. And if either one of you want a sub game, let me know. That's kind of loud. Yeah, Nylon, give me a deck you want named after you. And if you want to do a sub game, we can do that as well. Sub/donation game. This is effectively what it is. Is this better or is Lich King better? Definitely Lich King, right? As long as this is on the table, the better. Zilliax. Ugh. Why is he running Zilliax in his deck? Why is it here? Alrighty, he has the Spider Bomb. This is a really good one for Shaman. S tier emote right there. Yeah, man. Name your Druid deck, flop his poop. Okay, I got you. No worries, man. I definitely understand. I don't like having the extra money to just like sub. Like the only thing I have is like my Twitch Prime thing. Which I don't think you used. You did like an actual cash thing, so that's even cooler. Assuming you did. If not, it's fine. Not King Bush. Can't say I agree. For sure this. This is Rush. For sure Totem. Because we're an even Shaman. Now what? We buff this. Makes this a 10. Doesn't matter. We buff this, makes this an 8. Makes this a 3. Plus this here. It's decent, right? It's better than buffing this. Problem is that Katarina gets to kill our Lich King, but I guess that's fine. It was almost a perfect play. The ideal would have been for this to be a 7 health creature, so that it would fade the Katarina, but this is still fine. He doesn't. I don't know if he has like ways to just do.
Mental dislocator.
Oh god, I hate this meta. So defeating! So defeating. Yeah, I don't know which one was better, but I think it's not a prime sub. I'm gonna have to go soon, by the way. Yeah, it's like fucking 2:30 in the morning. Why the hell are you still up, by the way, man? It's a Thursday, too. Looks grim, boys. Looks grim. But yeah, I'll name the Druid deck Floop His Poop, and I'll keep it like that for a while. I'll put on your song before you go. Hold on a second. Alright, dog. All the big ass nonsense creatures are in your hand. It's a good song. What the hell is it from? What is this? Never heard of this game before. On the West Coast, Tim? Oh yeah, that's right. Completely forgot about that. So do you got school in the morning or what? What you got going on, man? Charge. Not health. Fuck. Why not spell power? I guess I don't have spells in this deck. I guess that's fine. Alright, all our elementals can get +2 attack, by the way.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Winter is here.
Ugh. I don't know. I think this is fine just to sit here and wait. The big thing about, like, being good with, like, any deck, right? Not just being, like, decent at the game. But in order to be good with, like, a deck, you have to know what you're capable of. You have to know what your opponent is capable of. And you have to know what your win con is. With even Shaman, I don't, like, know, like, what I need to do to beat this nonsense. Oh god, that's so good. Yeah, I wish there was a way for me to kill that thing, but there wasn't any way. You gotta try and find Hex for it. Agatha may be good here. Now we have 6 damage, 8 damage. Hex is not good here, but we may just have to play her anyway. And these guys elementals. No. He can just trade this in whenever he wants. Now let's trade in all the non-Agatha surviving health creatures. Play Simple Druid then? No, it's fine. I'd like to eventually learn how to play even Shaman, it's just I never really had, like, a reason to. Like, I'm gonna do poorly to start off. Simple Druid, it's kind of obvious what you do, you just, like, drop shit. You have, like, 2 plays, usually. Well, with even Shaman, there's honestly too many, like, not just, like, plays, but, like, how much you commit, like, what you mulligan for. Like, I kept just stuff, you know? I kept just, like, good stuff. I don't know if there's, like, cards that just win this matchup, you know? Give this thing, like, Rock Biter or something. But yeah, I'm even fine playing, like, a control deck if I have the cards for it. It's just, even Shaman's, like, I wouldn't say difficult, but it takes a lot of me knowing how to play the deck prior. And I don't want to get on here and, like, pretend like I know, like, what the correct plays are. Because, like, I don't know what the correct plays are for this deck. You know, I'm, like, a Shaman expert. I don't know what, like, the best possible moves are. Or the best mulligan strategies. Alright, we have another play? Fine. Where are your hexes? I don't fucking know. I got it from forgot we were in the deck for a second. I was like waiting for creatures to draw. I can get hexes off of this thing. That'd be sick. Probably hard casting this guy. I can't see any cards I'd want to play next turn that I would draw. Maybe Chang Gang. Yeah, I think this is just better. Let's see. Great Scott. Give me Hex. Can't get Hex off of this. I don't think Silence matters. He's gonna play big dude. How the fuck did he get that? Why? What do we even get off of this Farsight that, like, matters? I mean, it's probably Farsight. Hit a cheap creature, like Chang Yang or something. That's cool. Not good enough, though. What is that? Yeah, man. Tyranids is coming in hot.
You win this time.
Alright, let me name this Flondipitous Poop deck. Lupus Poop. There we go. What the hell is this? I want to try and figure out an aggro Druid deck, but for now we're gonna just play some games on the Druid deck. Deck seemed pretty powerful. You know what Abdullah's been playing, by the way? Well, hopefully it's not Odd Rogue. I can't imagine we're good against that kind of deck. Oh, it's this kind of thing. These Crypt Lord's gonna be really good against it then. It's better that we buff these things. I think the win con is this guy, right? EMC tech for the, oh, he's using a coin, never mind.
There once was a man from Gildan.
The scourge will devour all.
Yeah, now we just slam Void Ripper and we're fine. The damage you do from this should just carry over for the rest of the game. Hopefully we see another Firefly or something to add into it. Stop.
Drink with me, friend.
You still play this. So it's getting traded in. Probably this server in the middle. It's for sure here. It's for sure here. And what, face with the rest? If the face takes this is fine, right? If he hits this, it's like, I would trade into it anyway, so. Still very far away from completing the quest, but he's doing it with this annoying ass creature, so he might still be able to beat us. We're gonna have to tempo out the MC tech if we don't get a play next turn. Looks like he's gonna go through and melee it before it gets out of range. Makes sense. He clearly doesn't have the 5-drop. Either that or he's like really sandbagging it. What is he? Oh, he's thinking about using the ice guy, one of my guys. It makes sense. I can't MC tech it. Problem is if I have Blood Knight, then, right? If I have Blood Knight, he loses the game.
Swiftly.
This is only win con. I don't think he has 2 in his hand. Which is probably the only one left. Gonna play it. Ballsy. Oh, it's gonna come down to what I draw then. Another Void Ripper ends this game. Buff here.
Having noticed
Oh shit. Paying attention. I thought I had enough mana for the bump. Does it change anything? Just to kill this guy, that sucks. It's a bad pay on our part. What else could we have done? Melee this, bumped in. Maybe Fungomancer's still better. It's just whether or not this buff is still better. By buffing here, it forces these two to go in here. Otherwise, he has to have a bounce effect to make this thing worth it. It's definitely Spiteful next turn.
Swiftly.
Oh shit. This guy trying to like top like 100 or why do you think it's so long to play? It's gonna complete the quest next turn. So this has to apply. Pretty good. It's gonna eat 4 of his attacks, but it's gonna get frozen, I guess. Maybe we find a silence. Is Quest Rogue the hardest deck to play? It's one of them. At least now, because matches aren't like guaranteed playing the deck. But yeah, it's one of the best decks, if not the best. Alright, so we want to give this guy 3 more health. So that he's able to survive these 2 and the weapon, so 4 more health. All we do is 3, right? No matter what we do. You don't know answer, that'll give him 3 more as well. Fuck. I'm fine going wide here. It's gotta be this in the chain gang. I don't know where else it would be. I gotta read this song up at first.
Such a perfect specimen.
Interesting. Steal one of his dudes. Hopefully, divine shield guy.
Mental dislocator.
This is almost as good, just because it's like his like engine, I guess. I want damage on these things. I don't know how we win from here. Like, we get the infestate, but like, what does it actually matter?
I hope you like my invention.
Or is Freeze Mage Patient? Oh, you talking about just like overall? Patient Warrior was the most difficult deck. Freeze Mage honestly wasn't that hard. It just took a lot of games to understand what the fuck you needed to do, like to actually kill people. Patient Warrior was the hardest deck. The absolute hardest deck was OTK Warrior. That was one of the absolute at least. Quest Lord's up there though. Actually, no, I don't think so. Right now, it's at its hardest point to play because it's like been nerfed so many times that it's like lost a lot of effectiveness. Wow, is that actually just dead? How did this happen? Hey, what's up, Hellone? Ashmain? Come on, man. Playing starter characters. Yeah, no worries, man. I was wondering, I expect you to like say like goodbye or something whenever you were left, but I get it. Don't get to say goodbye to big old Daddy Dread. Why'd you pop up on YouTube? Do you not have like Twitch on your computer or something? Or is this just the easiest way to find me? Did he, like, forget that my whole deck is built around that card? Like, wow, what a dramatic name. End of days. Fighting end of weeks soon. I have like 30 champions. Probably should change it to Veigar main. Veigar, whatever the fuck. Yeah, Veigar's actually one of the few characters I know how to play. Throw down the circle, stun them, throw down the rest of your abilities that take time. to happen. Fun character. My actual main, my like main, like shaman main on that game is Jax. You're so good at this deck. I know, Leo. It's almost like it's my destiny. If he finds the time to like melee this again, then I'm winning anyway. Why is meleeing that play? Hello? What the fuck?
Flash phase. Try this time.
I sure think that's the play. I want to silence taunts. Naturalize, I'm cool with that. Yes. Fuck. Don't know what to do. A spreading play can happen, yes, but I don't think freezing is actually relevant. We can play this in this next turn and push 3 damage. Oh, this is good. Is good. Pretty sure it's playable, actually. We'll do some math. And now we have 12 plus 4 more, 16. So barely even half its life total. It's gotta be this. This is so good. Even he has the station. This is like. OP champ. I'm glad he's OP. Love that character. If I'm not playing Jax, my secondary main, probably Malphite. I'm really good at Malphite. At least like non-competitive, really good. Like I know how to play Malphite. Nocturne I'm decent with as well. Decent with Nocturne, not like the greatest. He's definitely a character I slot if I want to like do better with though. Tebow, I'm decent with Tebow. Wow. What are you like looking for, dog?
I can see.
He didn't see any spreading plagues. He got really unlucky there. Yeah. I haven't even started making my my dread changes to the deck. Oh yeah, if anybody's interested, I don't know if anybody's like watching that's like newer to the game and is like looking for a deck to climb with. I can send you guys the hunter lists I've been using. I'll post it in Twitch, and if anybody wants it on YouTube, just message me. I'll add you as a friend, and I'll give it to you directly. This is the deck I use to hit Legend with. I can talk about it real quick before I keep going. Gonna get rid of the chat real quick so I can talk about it. Actually, let me just make Hearthstone the main screen. And start back on top after. Okay, so basically, I don't like running. Does it show this whenever I move around? This is the first time I've ever like done this. I hope it kind of works. Yeah, it does. So I don't. The original deck ran Original deck ran... It ran Subject 9, which is a 5-mana 4/4 that draws basically all the secrets in your deck. It ran another copy of this card, and it ran another copy of this card. Which this card is honestly good enough to run another copy of. But I cut them. I cut one of this, and I cut one of this, and I cut Subject 9. So I added 2 Vicious Fledglings, and something else. Oh, another Animal Companion. That's the original list. But this list lets you have better win rates against Druid decks, because you have the Fledglings in the deck. And the Subject 9 ended up debilitating my deck too much. It slowed me down. It wasn't like actually getting me value. It was good in the Hunter Mirror, but besides that, it felt like it was just slowing me down. And the Hunter Mirror is less about Subject 9 as it is about like having Rexar or having the tempo over your opponent. Yeah, that's the direction I went with the deck. It's still a secret Hunter, but I made it more aggressive than most people would usually play it, so that it just cut the middleman out and just did what it needed to do. Okay. What did Madeline say? I need to pull up YouTube chat on my computer as well. How often do you play League? Not often at all, brother. I'll play League like on request with like friends, or even like the stream if the stream wants to see it. But I never stream League alone. And I don't know. I haven't played League in like 6 months. Something like that. Oh, I played it, my roommate, my old roommate, Austin, we played it once when we were drinking. Because that's like his game. And we did the thing where we drink every death or whatever else like that. But we just drink it throughout it. But the whole objective of playing League of Legends was that I would control the mouse and he would control the buttons that you would press. So it'd be like working together to like control like one character, one mechanically difficult character, one that like, I don't know, make it more of a fun experience. Yeah, that's what we did. A lot of fun doing that. But to be honest, Heroes of the Storm already has that character. It's called Cho'Gall. If you ever get into like trying out like other MOBAs out, I would suggest Heroes of the Storm only because it knows that it's not a competitive game, or rather like, I don't want to like speak out of turn. Like, I don't consider Heroes of the Storm a competitive game. It skips straight to the team fighting. It's fun, and you can certainly get competitive with it at like the higher levels, but a lot of it is just like formless, shapeless, just going after objectives and working together in team fights. There's less focus on like, I don't know, like working just in your lane or just like creep farming and, you know, maximizing your builds, at least at the level that I play at, which is like a comfortable level for me. So I want to buff here to play around, no, I want to play around Spirit Lash against this deck. Look at his face. Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, the point of it being is that they experiment with character designs that are radically different from most MOBAs. The character Cho'Gall, it's a 2-headed ogre, like big ogre brute thing, and it's an ogre mage-like thing. This guy's just running as the guy's list. Good God. It's an ogre mage-like thing. God damn it! I don't have a good play against this. I can flip attacks. It's okay. It's just this. Give him a bunch of health. And essentially for the ogre that you play in Heroes of the Storm, one person is the guy who moves the character and like does all the meleeing, and the other guy that you play with, your other friend, in this case would be our roommate Austin, he would play as the mage head. Or actually, I would be the mage head, he'd be the one that moves. But anyway, the other person plays as the mage head, and he like casts spells and stuff like that. And they're two completely different characters. You pick whether or not you want to be the melee guy or the spell head, essentially. And throughout the game, your health pool is that of like 2.5, 3 players. So it kind of makes up for the fact that you're basically one entity that can't maneuver around a lot, you know, to like get to objectives or like flank and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really cool design. I really would like to see more of that in games. Yeah, we're probably just topsy-turvying all this stuff. Give it an all attack. This might be a mistake. Because of Spirit Lash. But I'm not like super hard trying to like, analyze every play I do. Just try to be like on the up and up. There's a legendary card in Hearthstone 2. What do you mean? What do you mean, Leo? They have a new mode that's based on Guardians of the Galaxy. That sounds like fun. League is big. It can be fun. If you take it too serious, it can be fun. But if you take it too seriously, it can get ugly. That's the reason I stopped playing League. It got to the point where I could like never actually enjoy playing with my friends because like, even though that the games we were playing were unranked, they still treated it as if like everything was on the line if we lost this game, you know? Like I just wanted to like have fun and like it's ultimately why I stopped playing it. Cause, like I get on like games like Overwatch nowadays and I'm like just content, like happy, just you know bullshitting around, not like having like I'm gonna hit him in the head with this 5. Does slightly more damage, makes my field less of a liability. But yeah, I play Overwatch as my shitty game because I can get on there and like no matter what skill level my friends are, we get on and we just like play. And we don't like care that like losing or winning the game because somebody's slightly worse than the other person. And they're like feeding in Overwatch. It's just people trickling in and dying, I guess. Cho'Gall, yeah, Cho'Gall. It's the character. This is really cool. I don't know. Are we playing on one of these guys? Probably. Let's play all these dudes. Gonna flip their health and stuff. Yeah, it's Cho'Gall. That's the name of the character in Heroes of the Storm, at least. Lots of toxicity in League. Consider yourself lucky that Hearthstone only has add friend, and roping is the version of toxicity. Yeah, I know. I know how like good I have it, quote unquote. All right, so we just want to play a bunch of dudes and kill them, right? I don't think he played the deck badly. Ziliax is a really good card. Yeah, I'm glad we went with playing another Crypt Lord instead of going the greedy Keliseth route. Yeah, that's the guy. 7-mana 7/7. I'm gonna pull up YouTube chat after I get this song off my playlist. Not this song that's on right now, but a song that was on my stream playlist.
Malfuria versus Brawl.
For Doomhammer, I must protect the wild.
Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna snugly creep until I fall asleep to your stream. Okay. I'll try not to scream so you can actually fall asleep, bud. Good night, man. Well, it's not even. I think we open with this guy. I wish I liked League. I wouldn't mind playing it casually every now and then, but I think just MOBAs. I just enjoy Heroes of the Storm slightly more. Like if I wanted to play a MOBA, I think I'd play that more often. Smite is another game I used to play a lot of. Like I said before in prior streams, I used to actually go to I went to a showing of the World Championship of Smite. I really genuinely enjoyed watching Smite at one point. I think we just go phase. He has Lightning Storm, God bless him. Alright, well, I don't really like Blood Knight in this deck, but we're gonna keep him around. I'll just go in here for Lightning Storms. It definitely seems cuttable. It seems like a response to this guy. This deck shouldn't play this guy, so this should be a fine play. I can't see trading my Blood Knight in. I want to get him out of MC. Oh shit! It's not out of MC tech range. How is it? What the fuck? Oh, whoops. Well, hopefully he doesn't have MC tech. I thought this would die to the Keliseth. My bad. He's got Volcano. He's just making sure the math lines up or something. So this is 4 attack, this is 4 attack, so... Riders on the Storm? Sure, I got you, bud. If that's what you like to fall asleep to, we'll put on some Riders on the Storm. Alright, 8-8 rush. Ideal. Alright, we gotta keep as many targets for MC Tech available as possible so that he doesn't steal Tyranitus. Let me get this. Always Tyranitus. Yeah, man, we're good at this game. Hags. It's gotta be Hags, though. Right one phase. 100% correct.
Pinch of death card. Revenge.
A little late on the rush guy, but we should be fine. I'm so itchy. I don't know what happened to my Riders on the Storm song, by the way. Like, I used to have one on my playlist. I don't know if it died or something. Into lightning, into volcano. This work? Hot damn, it works. Oh, we can't cast it. Let's get lethal about the damage out of here. Do you want... Wait. Nylon, I hate to wake you up, but did you want, like, this the original Riders on the Storm, or did you want the Snoop Dogg Riders on the Storm?
Such a perfect specimen.
This is probably fine. original? Alright. Sorry, I'm black. I prefer the Snoop Dogg version.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Sea Giant? I don't respect this dude. He's making some plays out here.
Your magic shall not save me. Your magic shall not save me.
I don't know how much hero power matters. If I draw Infestation, it's gonna kill him anyway. Jesus. And then play around with him now and I really can.
How long can this go on?
Still have the manipulation to avoid with her as well. God. Infestation, please. He's touching too many of my things. He's really trying to stop me from getting to his health. Infestation, easy. Easy, boys, easy.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Oh boy. It's our last turn to be able to get something. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to find a healing mechanic off the cards he draws. He's doing everything he can. Alright, so he's in. And he's set. At least this guy in, right? He's in. He's going to die anyway. We'll try to find something to control. Infestation blocks. Oh, it's not infestation. Let's kill his tombs.
Reality breaks.
For the wild.
What is unwise? Do you have lethal somehow? It's like Wind Fury nonsense. This guy is like speaking in enigmas. Maybe he's saying I should have buffed these guys? I don't really see how that matters. That would have made it worse for me. Dude, how many times we can dodge this fucking infestation? Oh, we're dead. We're actually just dead now. We tried. Oh my god.
Thank you. My thanks to you.
Oh my god. Oh, alright, here we go. You know I had to do it to him.
I tried this.
Well played. Dab on him like the usual. Oh, there we go. Alright, next game. Are we dead? We're not dead yet. We're close. Alright. What off, lethal dog? Come on. Show what you got. Dude, what is it? What do you have? Show me. He's gonna milk this? Why, dude? What did I do to you? What a guy. He's as bad as Spiteful Druid. Alright, dude. Here we go. We have to gain 1 life this turn or we die. Alright, dog. So sad. So sad. He PM'd me the entire match. Just concede?
Masterful.
Let him have his fun, man. I mean, as his name implies, he is a winner. Let's get him again. Easy.
Malfurion versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. I must protect the wild.
This card's really good against Hunter, but we need to have something earlier. Fuck. Start selling your Spiteful Druid stock.
My greetings.
Sell Spiteful Druid stock immediately. It's actually not that bad. This deck's much less reliant on doing Spiteful Summoner nonsense. There's like 0 chance you win if he hits this with the 3-drop. We have to hope that he doesn't have another one. We don't win if we don't win if we traded for this. Hit the wrong button.
I can see.
Not that we're gonna win with a hand like this anyway. Against a start like that. It's unrealistic. I'm gonna give it a few more games. I'm gonna start like editing stuff to where it's like more to like my type of Spiteful Druid instead of just the internet Spiteful Druid. Why do you squelch him? Because he talked to me. You never talk to people, Leo. What's wrong with you? People only talk in this game to hurt other people's feelings.
Versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. I must protect the wild.
Sounds okay, but it's gonna be nonsense. I only have one Spellbreaker in the deck. If I had two, I'd hard mulligan for it.
Greetings, traveler. My greetings. I salute you.
He's got another bomb diggity ass hand. He's kept the card. Egg dog. Egg beat the last game. He's gonna beat this game. Give it a decent hand now. It like actually does something. Instead of just infestations and summoners. Let's play the egg now. We'll kill it. I want to keep this. I also don't want to sink damage into this. He's just going to cube it anyway. I doubt he cubes this, but he might cube that 5/5. It's pretty good. I don't care if he summons a bunch of wolves. Whatever. It's like he's second tempo. To make value trading cubing impossible by doing this. He used to cube prior. And then open up this guy. It's most likely play his cube this turn, regardless of that. His alternative is like making this happen more often. How does he have like all of them? I'm gonna walk away with some bodies here, but I gotta like give him a reason. Place these two in here, but I never have to see this creature again. Be better from the mind control attack. Mind control attack getting the Colomancer. I'm most likely for this other creature. Don't shoot this. Shoot this thing. We have a lot of options. I don't know what our next play is. I gotta wait for him to do something. And next turn's probably gonna be a long one, because they don't know what to do with all these cards. Silencing that. See if we can steal it somehow. For sure starts with this. No matter what. Ignore the egg. Show silence here. We're gonna kill it so that you can't cube it. Or no, maybe that doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
Magic shall not save
This guy. The reason we're playing both of those is because we want the 3 health guys so that the Void Ripper will be able to maximize the damage return. I guess that's fine. Right. This is 9 plus 4, 13 plus next 3.
Is too full.
That guy.
I'm a scat man. Mushroom power.
16. I wonder if Mossy Horde is playable in this deck. I guess because your field will typically be beefy enough, you don't need them. But like maybe Slip is good to run in the deck as opposed to something else in it.
I'm a scat man.
I'm gonna send a text message back to my buddy. Going out drinking tomorrow.
Valkyrie versus Brawl.
For you, man. I must protect you.
If I keep it, this get any kind of shaman. He's gonna delete the totems. Fuck me. I mean, he didn't seem like he was inherently a bad dude, but like most people greet whenever they have like a bomb diggity ass hand, and the guy did have bomb diggity ass Nerubian egg on 3 each game. So I don't know. Just my immediate reaction like to that is that the person has malice intent, quote unquote. I think it's until this player I'm playing on. Wearing earphones for a while, make your head all sticky. Even Shaman doesn't do anything for the first 2 turns. What are you up to? I guess this is just fine to kill. Maybe there wasn't a time to trade in our greedy sprite, but if we draw a 1-drop, we'd be very upset if we haven't traded it in. I'll stream, I'll probably be playing like more aggressive builds and trying to find other strategies that work that are aggressive. I want to try an aggro druid, but I have to like think like really hard. And I'm pretty tired right now, so I don't think I'd be able to like construct a good deck out of nowhere. I don't want to leave this thing. It's hard for either Chong to take the deal back after you have it, so I'll just do this. I think this might be the play though, next turn. It's really good with this. Well, Dip and Slip's just a good card, good lord. Alright, we're gonna trade into this guy. You gotta summon the 1/5s, I think. Which is fine because we have this option. Innovate Fledgling? Not exactly. A deck that, like, just takes over the field, essentially, and beats down with Savage War that isn't Token Druid. An actual, just aggro Druid type feel of a deck. If you run Void Rip in your deck, you can pretty much beat anything. It's an aggressive deck. Just slotting it in just does so much work for you. This is good when you're behind, but not on a table like this. It's surprised me won so easily against even shot. I'd expect that match to be terrible for us, but I guess he didn't, like, just didn't do anything. So I don't know. That's a big factor. I don't think it's something, I'm pretty sure. I'll probably look at that aggressive deck that somebody made a bit ago. I forgot who it was. I know you linked it to me a bit ago. I don't think I'll keep the same card draw mechanics in the deck, but for like the early game shell, it has to be close to what you want to be doing. The late game shell I want to do is completely different though, for what I remember. Blonde Dip and Focus is good in aggro, so I want to try and abuse them as much as I can.
Must be preserved.
My Sim Central's been so fucking erratic, dude. It's only gonna get worse after tomorrow night since we're going out drinking. Zagios spectating friendly battle. Him and Caravaggio ended at the same like rank 4 the last time I checked, but he said that he finished 1 ahead of him. It's crazy. In the last day of Legend, you would not expect that many people like past rank 8 to lose their rank, but 4 people snuck in ahead of him. The last day of Legend, last one. Baffles me, dude.
For those who don't know, for the filament information, but it really out here, no imitation. We're all about no immigration, and we get it in without any invitation. Sound travels in the ground shakes, and our society is on the wild shakes.
Isn't that fucking log gross?
Shit, he's saying stuff. The boy linked up with Sway and stuff. C8 to the UK and stuff. We got him all on the floor like a praying monster. Off the tempo, what's the tempo? Cut from the same cloth, but we do it tenfold. And we ain't gonna wait for no invitation before we get involved. See, I've never been a surfer, but I'm on the sound wave, all over the earth. We can make the crowd shake. Ever since birth, there was words all around me. I just wanted to rap and make the crowd say we got information. Information, we're gonna this out here, no imitation. All around the world, no imitation. And we get it in without an invitation now.
There it is. He's running in this deck. Maybe we don't. We get bumped out. It's almost dead. Based on his attack patterns, I don't even think he has Spreading Plague.
I can see.
Alright, Brodiski, I don't speak Russian, dog. I'll throw what you have in Google Translate and pray. But if you know how to speak English, that would be ideal for communicating with me on the stream. I see PUBG in there. I don't play PUBG if that's what you're asking. At least not yet. Hello, I have a stream on PUBG Mobile. We play the clan, we have fun, we're screaming. Who wants to play with us? Go to the stream for, okay, it seems like clickbait type stuff. This is just so cool. This Flawdipidus card is so fucking good. Holy shit, what are we thinking about, dog? I have to play the other Calicept because that's just so fucking funny. I can kill this guy, whatever. It's only a liability because of Spreading Plague anyway. Play this next turn and just hit him. Maybe we play this first. He's doing this, he definitely doesn't have Spreading Plague. Even still, I don't think he's Spreading Plague is pretty good. Giggling. Heal, swap, tack, in for 4.
Engaging TC-130 into this location.
Giant flash on my other screen. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I have to attack into my 4-attack creature in order to get his mana. Deal with this. God damn it. Alright. Fine. He said I'd start with this, whatever. I have lethal here. This guy and this guy. This is insanely good. Looking for more burn for his Malygos. Or if he's the Togwaggle thing, then he's looking for more nonsense. Azalina. I think we're good. He can't do everything he needs to do to survive this turn. Oh, shit. Lucky devil. Get a game on me. There's no more spreading plagues. He just kills me and dies. honestly think he could survive. I don't know what chain of druid cards do it. I'm interested to see what they are. One of them's got to be naturalized. Or, shoot that though.
I can see.
Your soul shall be mine!
I must protect the wild.
He's not great against Zoo. It's not that great against control lock either. Good morning, everything.
Take up space. I need to break the silence as I count all the ways.
Great.
I'm trying to keep still as we plan our escape. As we plan our escape. The revving up of heartbeats, the beating of
So sweet.
it's like we're on something that no one would expect. And our bodies, we're living like we're gods. We're here looking for something we didn't know we lost. Oh, we're the kings and queens of oh, it is our drama, and we'll be holding on to each other. Oh,
You get much more value out of this card. I think it's this. God, this card's so fucking good. Insane. Oh my god.
What mess have you summoned me to?
Chill out.
10 damage.
Glory to the Sindora! Good demons are hard to find.
it makes my heart go crazy. You leave me dead in love. You leave me in a haze of these nights while we are young. Some vision of the future I still keep to myself.
Your magic shall not save me.
Want something to eat, man. It's like nothing good to eat around here, though. I don't think what's in the oven down or in the refrigerator downstairs.
Alfuria! Alfuria!
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
Firefly sucks. That's what I like to see. Really, one job I want to keep there is Glacier Shard against Druid. Gonna mix up music here in a bit. I wanted to stream until I was tired, but I'm still not tired, so I guess I'm just gonna keep going. Just hungry. cut Blood Knight from the deck eventually. I'm gonna replace it with the Weapon Destroying guy, I think. It's the first of the changes I want to make. I might cut Tending Torn for Mossy Horror. A lot of these games would just be much easier to deal with if I just didn't have to deal with hard creatures. Even if I lost like this guy or whatever else, it would just help me push damage, you know? Like if he plays it, it's still alright. I think it's just... I'd rather play it and then like him, like I'd rather not hold on to it and like him just end up not having it at all. He's most likely gonna Spreading Plague here, if anything. Or play it despite me. Right? Songs for a bit. Fish around and see what I want to listen to. I love how Void Ripper just threatens lethal all the time. Guess we're not Furion, right? I'd assume. Thinking about what to get, poisonous or taunts. Something defensive. Pretty good play on his part. I wasn't expecting to naturalize. That's what really threw the wrench in my plan. So we gotta clear out our hand. Save the MC tech for whenever things get congested. Kill surf these dudes. But he gets his infestation mana. Oh, he's smart. I don't think he'll give me infestation mana. We'll see. See what it gets us. We're most certainly hitting us into his 4-4. It's just the poisonousness isn't very valuable. Or sorry, yeah, valuable compared to the keeping this thing healthy enough to hit him in the head next turn. They just don't have the cards left to beat him. Like, he's gonna have an infestation. Like, sure, we make him switch decks, whatever. He has to, like, repay for that. But, like, after that, like, how do I kill him? Like, the only reasonable thing is you could do this to go face. If there's, like, any reasonable play. don't do the damage in time, as you can see.
You win. I can rest now.
Damn, everybody's on. Good lord. Alright, I think we're gonna take a break. I think we're just gonna stop the stream here. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And I'll catch you guys for the next stream, which will likely not be until Sunday, because we'll be pretty busy these next few days. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later.